Alright, the QA1, or sorry, Aldan coilovers with QA1 springs are mounted in the Capri or foxbody chassis, so I guess Fairmonts and Mustangs and whatever was built on that chassis. But we have the UPR lower shock bracket that was mounted in. One of the issues I had to do is I had to drill that out for 3/8 because the hole that's in there for the little hook, essentially, it's not 3/8, or at least mine was clogged with paint, so after drilling it out it went in fine, but that may have just been getting all the paint off. Yeah, the way I had to mount mine is I mounted it in the center because any lower and I was hitting a spring perch. Now these springs are all the way at the bottom there. So I could bring them up to add a little more spring tension to it. As you can see, these springs are a little weak for what I'm doing anyways, so a little extra spring tension might not be that bad of an idea. I do have the original Aldan springs, which after looking at this I might honestly put in. Yeah, that's the other side. So what I did is I took the mount on the bottom, I cut this tab off here, I welded a 5/8 nut to it, I TIG welded it all the way around, it's hard to see, and then you can kind of see it in there, I TIG welded up the other side. You could wire feed it or whatever you want to do. These have 5/8 bolts because these coilovers are ones that were off a failed Lotus 7 project, and I drilled out the collars for a 5/8 fastener because that's what I needed for that job. So instead of getting new collars, what I did is I adapted everything to 5/8 fasteners. So it's kind of a little bit goofy in that you only have like 2 3/8 holding the weight of the car, but on the shock it's 5/8. And I went with 5/8 because I had 5/8 fasteners on the top and it fills that hole up pretty well. And I was kind of worried of having like a 3/8 or 1/2 inch fastener because I'd have too much slop forward and back, and if it ever got loose it would just be a clunky mess, especially when all the weight of the car is riding on it. So yeah, that's how I did that. This is what it's like from the inside. Just a nut. A little more adjustment I can put in is because I have so much extra. This is a 5/8 by 2 inch bolt, and only like 1/2 inches or 1 inch of it's being actually used. So I could put spacers underneath, like more washers or a piece of pipe or whatever shim I need to do to actually raise the car. Very, very small increments versus on this bracket you're looking at probably a good 1 inch jump, or you flip these brackets and that gives you a 1/2 inch jump. So with that plus that, the upper mount, lowering that down or up, I can gain quite a bit of adjustment. So yeah, that's how I did it. I'm sure there's better ways to do it, and maybe worse ways. So yeah, if you want to shoot me any more questions on how I did it, feel free to message on down below, or not, up to you. Alright, see you later.